Hey everyone, welcome here. Today we're making goose egg pasta, but we're turning it into Cacio and Pepe, one of my family's favorite dishes. It's super simple. You can make this in minutes if you don't make your own pasta. It's not hard. Just basically gotta boil the noodles and add some parm butter and cracked black pepper. So we're gonna get started. So we've already made our pasta. We have a pasta video that you can link back. I'll put the connection to it right above us. That you can just click and go back if you want to make your own. This one we used a goose egg. These things are massive, check it out. Massive. So we only use one egg with a couple cups of double O flour here, and it made beautiful pasta. Nice and yellow, the color's amazing. So we're gonna roll this out now. You can use a KitchenAid, that works great, but we're gonna do it by hand. So we got a little extra flour here. Lightly flour our surface that we are gonna roll out on. Got my pin. Add a little more flour to the dough itself. And we're just gonna simply roll this out, nice and thin. That looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna get my pin out of the way, take my dough and lay it on my floured cutting board, because I'm just gonna slice this by hand. Super quick. Not being too picky here with how this is. It's thin, it's where I want it. If there's a thicker part, cut around it and roll it out again. But you can add a little flour to this, fold it over a couple times, give her a nice slice. See what I did there? Fold it over, save myself a bunch of time because I don't really care about how they look. I'm just simply using my doll strung slicer here, 12-inch slicer. I picked this large one because it can get a nice cut across it, but you can use whatever. And they're ready to go into the boiling water to cook them, and then we'll get going on the rest of this dish. So stick around, we'll finish this thing up. All right, time to make our pasta dish. So our noodles are done and they're ready to go in. So we've got some water that is getting ready to boil here. So here's the recipe in a nutshell. So what you're gonna do is you're going to boil these noodles, strain them off, reserve about half a cup of that water, quarter cup to half a cup. Keep it, it's gonna go into the sauce. We're gonna melt about a quarter cup of butter, add the water, the remaining water, and some Parmesans, roughly 3/4 cup of shredded parm, and we're gonna mix that all until the cheese is melted. That's gonna go into the noodles. Then we're gonna add some fresh cracked black peppercorns, and then we're gonna add about half a cup of Percarino cheese, and she is done. You just mess it around until it melts, and you are ready to serve. All right, so our water's boiling. We're gonna add our noodles to it. So we've got them all here. This is our goose egg pasta. That is not going to take very long to cook that. And turn that up a little bit. So in the meantime, we're going to take our butter, turn our fire on, and we're going to melt that. Now I'm going to get myself a whisk. All right, so our noodles are done. I'm just gonna strain off a little bit of this water. We're gonna keep it about a quarter cup. Okay, the rest of this I'm just gonna strain away and the noodles, set them aside. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this water and add it to the butter. Stir that around. And now we're gonna take our 3/4 cup Parmesan, and just melt that in there. Our pepper and stir. Essentially that's our sauce, okay? So it's done. The cheese is melted, we're gonna remove that from heat. Now it's time to mix that with the pasta. So we're gonna shut our heat down and mix it and make our dish. All right, so I've got myself a small bowl. Our noodles are done, our sauce is done. We're just ready to mix and combine now. So we take our noodles, and I'll put them in the bowl. Now we're gonna take our sauce, add that. Okay. It's still piping hot. And I got the Percarino here. You can do about 1/3 of a cup to 1/2 a cup, whatever. Now I'm just gonna take my tongs and I'm gonna mix it around until that cheese melts. When that cheese is melted, she's done. Aside from a little seasoning. I'm gonna add a little more pepper. And I got some pink Himalayan salt here. Mix that up. Now feel free to add some like green onions to this or parsley, whatever. This is essentially done, but you can add some color to it if you want. But yeah, let's get plating. I'm hungry. All right, we're ready to serve. We're ready to serve. Cacio, Pepe. There we go. A little more pepper. Well, more pepper. This thing, it seems like I'm putting it on a lot, but this thing's slow. That, my friends, is done and delish. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned to our next video. Have a good one.